Hi all, and welcome to week 4 of our mobile class. Starting to wind this thing down a little bit. We've done some real nice analysis so far of the different aspects of mobile, and this week we start to look at some of the other issues. We've talked about the reasons why companies use apps, so we've kind of looked at the positive side of it, or the good side of it, but this week we're going to flip it around a little bit, and we're going to kind of look at companies that fall in the category of you really shouldn't have done that. The discussion question asks you to look at a sample of a business where they would have just been better off just sticking with their website or their larger online presence and not going into mobile. There's a lot of reasons for this. It just may not be applicable in many cases. May not be the right audience, may not be the right product, may not be the right marketplace. So you're going to have to look for some of those questions. Now, for your assignments this week, particularly for the homework, you've got to do a user flow diagram. You've got to do a wireframe diagram. And if you've never done this before, it sounds rather intimidating, but it's really not. It's just a series of boxes that lay out the steps that you're going to do. A lot of designers do these because it's much easier to put it in a graphical format and draw lines to create all the relationships between the apps. And by that I mean you show how things are dependent or interdependent upon each other. Another form of charts that planners use is called a Gantt chart. Now, a Gantt chart does similar to what we're doing here, but a Gantt chart lays out dependent events, as in something has to happen first before something else can happen or something else's can happen, and then these lead on to other events. So it shows the flow and the relationship from one event to another. That's really used if you're planning a project and you know that you've got to do financing, you've got to get permits, you've got to do whatever, and everything has to flow. In this case, our chart's going to be a little different. This is going to show the relationship among the different parts. So many times relationships are interdependent. A relationship can be from one to many or from many to one. So the assignment says that you should look at using either Google Wireframe Tools or Glyphy.com. I did some research. I found an introductory diagram on Glyphy that shows a little bit about it. It's pretty basic, but at least it shows you the concept of how to work the product, so you don't have to spend hours and hours learning how to use it. I could not find anything on YouTube about the Google free wireframe tools. Maybe it's self-evident on there, and maybe you can use it, but I just couldn't find anything to help you there. So that's your week. Dive into it quick. Let's get things done, and then we'll move on to week 5. Have a great week, y'all.